Hi, and welcome to Movement Mondays. I'm Alex. For today's class, all you'll need is yourself, your yoga mat or a towel, water, and then a sturdy chair or bench that you can put your body weight onto. And if you have some objects, so for example, I have a couple cans of pumpkin puree here. So handheld objects like canned food, especially, is perfect. Um, or maybe a larger object. You can use that. We're going to do some exercises where you have the option of doing something that's body weight only, or if you have some light weights or um, cans of soup for your family, you can use those as weights. So I'm going to just make sure everything looks good with the stream, and then we'll get started here in just a few. Awesome. So everything looks good. So if you're just now joining, all I said was that for today's class, you will need yourself, yoga mat or a towel or just an area of the floor you can do exercises on, a chair or a bench, something sturdy enough that you can put your body weight onto. And then if you have a couple of cans, so for example, I have pumpkin puree right here, or just some hand-held weights. There's some movements today that you can either do a body weight movement, or you can do something involving like an object. Or if you actually have weights, obviously you can use a dumbbell or kettlebell. So we're going to start with some breathing. So today we're going to do some cadence breathing. So you can either sit comfortably on the floor in a chair, you can even lay on your back. It's really up to you what feels best. And we're going to do some cadence breathing where we're going to start with a slower tempo. So I'm going to count this out for you, so don't worry about counting. And we're going to kind of make that tempo slower as we go. So what I mean is I'm going to say inhale, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're not pausing in the middle. We're not doing any holds. We're just doing a straight up 2-4 cadence. And then we'll do a couple rounds of that. And then I'll say inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lastly, I'll get up to an inhale for 6 and exhale for 8. So again, it's going to be about 2 minutes. You can sit comfortably. I want you to try and breathe deeply through your nose. So when I say breathing deeply, I say this every week. You're breathing down into your diaphragm. You're going to feel your belly expand, your lateral ribs expand, your low back expand, and then your chest rise. So a big, deep breath doesn't mean just filling the top part of your chest and having your shoulders come up. It means getting that belly expansion, that lateral expansion, and then maybe even a little bit of like low back expansion. Really breathing down and expanding. So, like I said, we'll do a couple rounds, probably 3 or 4 at 2-4. We'll go up to 4-6, and then finally 6-8. So go ahead, get comfortable if you aren't already, and I am going to talk us through 2 minutes of breathing here. So go ahead and take a regular inhale and exhale. And then inhale, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so you may have noticed that I royally messed up the counting there. Oops. That's why you shouldn't look at something while you're trying to count that has a bunch of numbers on it. But anyways, still got into that lengthy exhale there. So you may notice that you get a little bit of a relaxation effect with that. So when you lengthen the exhale, it signals to your body that you want to calm down. So using that cadence breathing with exhales longer than a 7 count is actually really helpful to getting your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in and really bring you down if you're especially in like an anxious or a excited state and you're trying to like level out. So great job. We're gonna start with the warm up. So if you were previously sitting in a chair, go ahead and make your way over to your mat. We're gonna start standing at the top of our mats today. And you have 2 options here. You can just come down into a forward fold and then slowly come back up. Or if you're feeling adventurous, you can walk your hands out into the plank position and then walk them all the way back. Stand up nice and tall for a set of 5. So whichever you prefer, 5 reps. Perfect. So on that 5th one, go ahead and make your way down to a tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're gonna do a set of 5 cat-cows here. So you can flip the breathing so you can breathe whichever direction you want, but I'm gonna inhale, drop my belly, look forward, exhale, pull my spine towards the ceiling, chin to chest. You do these 5 times with your breath. Perfect. So go ahead, flip onto your back. Feet can be hip width apart. You can take your shoulders, tuck them under your shoulder blades, tuck them under so they feel nice and tight to the floor. You can engage your core so that your back is flush to the ground. Hands at your side, feet are going to be hip width apart, shins facing forward. You're going to engage your core and then squeeze your glutes and hamstrings to come up into a glute bridge. Hold for 2 seconds and back down. We're going to do a set of 12 here. So at your own pace, go ahead. Great job. So go ahead and come on up to a seated position. You can cross your legs. We're going to take our right hand, bring it to our left knee, and then reach behind. Just get a little rotation here. Take 3 deep breaths. And then switch, so left hand to right knee, right hand reaching behind. 3 deep breaths. And then come back to center. You can rest your hands on your knees. You're just gonna trace a big circle all the way around, switching directions for a few reps each side. Perfect. So you can kind of free your hands here, and we're just going to do some shoulder blade circles. So squeezing up towards your ears and then down and back. And then maybe switch directions. Play around with it a little bit. And then we're going to come to a standing position. So feet should be hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. You're going to come down into a deep squat position. Elbows are going to be on the inside of your knees, and you can shift your weight side to side just a little bit. Try to keep your chest up. It's okay if you're not sitting as deep into your squat as I am right now. Find what feels good for you and do that. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back up into that forward fold / hamstring stretch. You can shift your hips back and forth a little bit. Bend your knees as you need to. Take a few deep breaths. And then come back into that squat. So deep squat position. Again, you can see I'm kind of shifting my weight back and forth a little bit. You're welcome to do the same. Or if you're just finding a position and sitting there, that is perfect. So a couple more deep breaths and then back into that hamstring stretch. And then one more time into that deep squat position. And then instead of coming up out of this, you can take your hands and bring them to the ground and then just come back to that tabletop position. So you don't have to stand all the way back up. So once you are back in this tabletop position, we're going to do a set of 6 bird dogs per side. So you're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg, back to center for 6 reps per side. So take your time with these. You can inhale as you reach, exhale as you squeeze your core to bring everything back to center. Perfect. So go ahead and stretch anything else you feel like you need to stretch right now. As we have been doing, I'm going to walk us through each movement in circuit 1. I will demonstrate the movement. We will do it together, then we'll move on to the next movement. Once we've gone through all 4 movements in the circuit, we'll rest for a second, and then repeat the whole circuit straight through. And then we'll move on to circuit 2. So grab some water if you need to, stretch anything else you feel like you need to stretch. And we're going to start circuit 1 in just a few. So for those of you who missed the intro, this first circuit is where if you have objects or weights, you can use them. If you don't worry, I'm going to give you some other options as well. And as always, if something doesn't feel good for your body or you need to modify or adjust your positioning, go ahead. You know your body, so listen to your body during this workout. And if something feels like it's too much range of motion or something's too heavy, like honor your body and really listen to that. So that being said, so our first movement in circuit 1 is going to be either YTAs or lateral raises with rotation. So the soup cans or whatever canned goods you have work great for weights for the lateral raise, but you can also do them without any weights. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and say, so YTAs we've done before, you're just laying on your stomach, arms come up, Y, T, A. I'll demo those real quick. So option 1 is going to be YTAs. Laying on your stomach, arms start in the Y position, squeezing the shoulders, come up, shifting, squeezing to come up to T, shifting, squeezing to come up to A. So that's your first option. Your second option you can do with or without weights. This is where your soup cans come in. You can hold your weights in your hands or no weight. So if you're holding no weight, I would just kind of make your hands into fists. You're going to start with your arms at a 90-degree angle. You're going to raise them up to shoulder height. So I'm just from a side view, coming straight up, right? So when you get to there, you're going to rotate. So again, I'm starting here, I'm rotating. You're going to rotate back. So again, rotating back, and then down. So you have up, rotate, rotate, down. And that's 1 rep. So we're going to do these for 45 seconds straight. Or actually, you know what? We're going to do 30-second rounds here. So, okay. So 10-second countdown. Grab your weights or no weights. We're going to do these together. And go. 80. What are you doing, buddy? Great job. Okay, so you can keep your weights and use them again, or if you have a heavier object you want to try, you can do that. So your next choice is either curl to press with your objects or weights, or you can do piked or regular push-ups. So we are doing plank to push-ups at the end of this. So if you do push-ups right now, I would recommend just doing a regular plank for the fourth part of the circuit. Let me mute that. Sorry about the notification noise. Anyways, so it's up to you. So if you're using an object, you're going to do a curl to press, either standing or in a tall kneeling position. So you're curling and then pressing. So I'm curling and pressing. You can also do that with an object that you can hold in both hands, like so. So curling and pressing. So either of those are fine. Your push-up options are going to be either a standard push-up on the floor or on the wall, or on an incline, or piked push-ups. Piked push-ups, you are almost in like a downward dog position, but with you're on your toes, and then you're letting your head come towards the floor and pressing through your shoulders. So any of those are perfectly fine. We're going to do a 30-second round here. 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. So next up, we have single leg RDLs or single leg balance. So single leg RDLs, you're going to balance on whichever leg you choose. Slight bend in the knee. You're going to hinge at the hip so the other leg comes back and then stand up again. So you may have noticed that I kind of lost my balance, was tipping over. If that's happening to you, what you can do is either grab onto something, so I'm my hands on this rack here, so that I'm able to actually extend without losing my balance. Or you can even, if you have a chair or something, you can reach toward that instead of just relying on your own balance. But if you would like to just focus on balance, you can do a single leg where you are bringing the other leg up, or maybe even hovering it closer to the ground, maybe touching your hand on the wall, totally up to you. So we're gonna do 30 seconds per leg here. 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. So go ahead and switch legs, 10-second countdown. If you have a pet laying underneath you like I do, you can give them pets when you come down each time. And go. Great job. All right, so last but not least, we're gonna do plank to push-ups, or if you did push-ups earlier, I would just do a plank hold. So for these, hey buddy, you're kind of in the way. Just get over just a little bit. Just get over. Just get over just the tiniest bit. Just the tiniest bit. Thank you. Good boy. So for plank to push-ups, you're gonna start in a tall plank position or on your elbows. It's up to you. But I like to start on my forearms, and then you're going to press up and then come back down. And then you can alternate sides that you're pressing up on. So let me show you also from this angle, just so that you can see what I'm doing. So again, starting on my forearms, I'm pressing up into a tall plank and then coming back down, and I'm just alternating sides. So we're gonna do 30 seconds. You can obviously do a static plank hold on a wall, on a chair, whatever. So remember, just keep that core engaged. So even if you're just planking on a wall, keep that core engaged. So 10-second countdown here. And go. Great job. So grab some water. We're going to repeat that whole circuit here in just a second. Excuse me. Hey, buddy. We're live. You got to stop licking yourself. You groom yourself later, okay? Thank you. All right, so a few more seconds of rest. Then we're going to repeat that whole circuit again. 80 seems excited. Excited, buddy? All right, so we're restarting with the YTAs, or the lateral raise with rotation. So go ahead and grab your weights. And we're gonna count down, oops, for 10 seconds and then get started. And go. Great job. So you have object, curl to press, piked push-up, or regular push-up here. Your choice. I am going to do, I think I'm going to do piked push-ups this time. So you'll see me switch it up here. So 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. All right, so we have single leg RDLs or single leg balance. I am personally going to do single leg balance this time. 10-second countdown. And go. And switch sides, 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. And then last but not least, you have plank to push up or just a regular push-up hold. Or sorry, a regular plank hold. I'm going to do a regular plank hold this time. So you're welcome to do whichever feels best for you. 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. So that is circuit 1. So grab some water. We're going to talk about circuit 2 today. So while you're hydrating, circuit 2 is a lateral lunge or lunge with rotation. You can also do step ups or marching. I'll show you all of the above. Super people, toe touch crunches, and a wall sit. So let's start with talking about lateral lunge, lunge with rotation, what other options you kind of have for that first movement, and then go from there. So lateral lunge, we've done in class before. So nice wide stance, sitting back into your hips, shifting over, coming back to center, shifting, coming back to center. So that's option one. Option two is going to be any lunge variation with a rotation. So it can be a forward lunge where you come forward, rotate, and then step back. Same thing, other side. You are rotating towards the leg that is forward. So even if I'm doing a reverse lunge, if I'm sitting back, I'm rotating towards my front leg. So that's option two. Option three is any of those lunge variations without the rotation. And then lastly, you can either do marching, so standing like this, bring your legs up, or if you want some stability, you can do marching on the wall. So any of those options work. You can also sub in squats if you want, but yeah, really anything for lower body here is fine, but try to do one of the lunge variations. So this first time through here, I think I'm going to do a lateral lunge, and then the second time I'll do a lunge with rotation. So let me adjust the timer here. All right, so 10-second countdown, and we are starting. And go. Great job. Okay, so 2, super people. So super people, you are lying on your stomach. Your arms are extended. You're engaging your posterior chains, your glutes, your hamstrings, your low back to come up, holding for 2 seconds, and back down. So you don't have to rush these. You can really take your time with these. We're going to do 45 seconds continuous. So if you start off going really fast, it's going to be a long 45 seconds. So really pace yourself here. Maybe try timing your movement with your breathing. So you can think about inhaling when you come up, exhaling when you come down, and like really pausing at the top, trying to feel where you're engaging your muscles. So 10-second countdown here. And we will start. And go. Great job. All right. So next up, we have toe touch crunches. So you can really do any crunch variation you want here. I will be doing toe touch crunches. All that means is you're gonna lay on your back, straighten your legs, Make sure that your back is like flat to the floor. It's almost like tuck your hips. And then you're just crunching up. I like to exhale as I come up. And you're just gonna do that continuously for 45 seconds or any crunch variation you want. You can take breaks as you need. So 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. So last but not least for this circuit, we're gonna do a wall sit. So wall sit, you're going to create two 90-degree angles, one at your hips, one at your knees, pressing your back into the wall like so, and hold. So 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle here. So I'm gonna do the timer for 45 seconds. That doesn't mean that you have to do a wall sit the entire 45 seconds. I'll call out 15-second intervals. So if you want to do 15 seconds, take a break, and then come back in at the last 15, you can. Or you can just do what feels good for you. So 10-second countdown. We're going to go ahead and start. Like I said, I'll call it out every 15 seconds. And go. $15 seconds. $30 seconds. And rest. Great job. So we're going to repeat that circuit one more time. And then we have one last thing, and we're done for today. So grab some water. All right. So once you've finished maybe saying hello to one of your beloved pets or grabbing water or whatever, go ahead and head back to your mat. So again, this first part of circuit, I'm gonna actually, you know what? So I'm gonna try opening the blinds because it's dark. It's weirdly dark on the video screen for me. If you can comment if you are having issues seeing me, that would be helpful. I can't tell what's going on with the lighting today. I'm gonna try opening these. So if this makes it better or worse, please let me know. Better, worse, hard to say. Anyways, so we'll see how it goes for this last round. If you want to drop a comment, that's helpful. If not, no worries. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the lateral lunges, lunge with rotation, or high knees, or just a regular lunge variation. I'm gonna do a forward lunge with rotation this round for 45 seconds. So go ahead and, where did I set the remotes? Below. So 10-second countdown. And go. Great job. All right, so next up we have 12 super people. We have 45 seconds of super people. So 10-second countdown. All right, so toe touch crunches or whatever variation you'd like here for 45 seconds. I'm going to switch actually and do regular crunches. 10-second countdown. Go. And last but not least, we have our wall sit. And we have one bonus item and you are done for today. So I'm going to call out every 15 seconds. 10-second countdown. And go. $15 seconds. $30 seconds. And rest. Great job. So grab some water. We have one thing left today. Megan, thank you for the comment. That's helpful. So blinds open. It is. All right. So last but not least today, we're going to do a set of dead bugs for 45 seconds continuously. So for these, you have two options. Number one, you can do opposite hands, opposite knee. So you're lowering, coming back, and then each time you switch, so you're keeping the opposite hand on the opposite knee. You can do all of the above up and just hold the opposite. Or if you feel like you're having difficulty coordinating the arms and the legs here, you can either keep your arms at your side or hold them here, and then just tap your toes to the ground, or even just straighten one leg at a time. So any of those variations are fine. You want to try to keep your back from arching, so keep that core engaged throughout. And really try to breathe slowly throughout this. I like to inhale as I extend and exhale as I bring my body back to center and engage my core. It's going to pull everything back, but figure out what feels best for you. So 10-second countdown. This is your last thing for today. And go. And that is it for today. Whew. So as always, thank you all for attending Movement Mondays. Thank you especially today for putting up with my extremely tongue-tied self. So this class happens every Monday, same time, same place, 6 p.m. At some point in the future, we will hopefully be back in person again. And maybe we'll still stream the class then, who knows, it'll depend. But for now, same time, same place, right here every Monday at 6 p.m. So again, I'm Alex Weaver. This is my assistant coach over here, Adi Waffles Weaver. And thank you to Thunderous for sponsoring this class. Thank you all for coming to this class. I'm extremely grateful. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good week, everyone.